What is the role of information technology in an organization? Now, as an IT person, you might expect me to say that IT should be steering the ship, but that isn't what's going to be most helpful for your organization. IT should not be the one steering the ship. IT should never be the rudder of your organization. The IT department are those thought leaders. We're helping the company figure out where to go and how to do it the best, but IT is not steering this ship. IT should be the GPS and the navigators, not the rudder. I've seen this too many times in organizations. IT, the information technology department, is placed in a fixer role. We're going to keep the boat moving and we're just going to patch the holes as we're going. As a result, your IT workers are always burnt out. They're always running to catch up, not able to focus on the projects that you're constantly throwing at them because you're also putting these giant holes in the side of the ship as you smash against all these rocks along your way. Because IT is not viewed as a proactive department or able to do proactive things and instead is an afterthought, the IT department often ends up rushing to fix multiple things while trying to get multiple projects done to meet huge deadlines that were set without consulting them. Rather, the decision makers in the company, your senior leadership, should have the vision, see where they want to go. IT should be the navigators. This is how we can get there. Let's plan our best approach and make sure we have the right tools and equipment to do our job and then figure out how fast we can get there. Then you can steer and follow the path laid out for you by the IT organization, while the IT organization and your project planners are making sure that things are in place for you to be able to get there without bumping into so many rocks along the way. IT professionals and your service desk, your people in your IT departments at a company tend to get labeled a bad guy by a lot of people in the organization who simply don't like change. It's worked this way for years. Just because it's working for you doesn't mean it's working long term. I've seen many systems that have worked very well for the end users who are using it on a daily basis, and they're super fast. And I will readily admit that they look better than the new system, and the new system sometimes feels slower. I get that. This is how it works. The new system's different. Different can be scary. However, what a lot of those end users, what those employees don't realize is that system that's so user-friendly and fast on the front end could be a powder keg. Maybe it's sitting on a couple of devices that are aging hardware because we can't update our hardware. Maybe there's files that are growing unchecked and terabytes, petabytes, exabytes of data that's sitting there, and all it takes is for one simple crash for your organization to be completely destroyed because you're relying on this piece of software that we can't update, that we can't maintain, or that we can't back up. You might not see that as an end user employee, but your IT organization sees it, and they are trying to avoid that catastrophic failure. Sometimes that means moving from this on-prem system that's sitting on a server in your building to moving to a cloud service. Is it internet dependent? Yes, that can be annoying, especially when you have some outages or slowness. But is it constantly backed up and more robust? Yes. Is it better for you in the long run? You're protected in the case of a failure? Absolutely. Your IT organization is trying to make sure that you don't have catastrophic loss and catastrophic failure, and your organization still can continue in the event of something catastrophic. If you took your car to several mechanics and they all told you your car is rusting through and the bottom is wearing out, you need a new vehicle, or you need new tires because they're really thin and they're wearing thin, you likely would not yell and scream at them, call them ignorant, tell them they're stupid, and say that you're going to keep using that vehicle or those tires because it's worked for me for years and I've never had a problem. But that's what a lot of people and organizations do to their IT department. Sometimes things need to change. There was nothing wrong with beeper and pager technology. There still isn't anything wrong with it, but it's since gone the way of the dinosaur because cell phones do a better job faster and more efficiently. But when my cell phone was a flip phone and did nothing but took calls, my call quality was a heck of a lot better than this thing. Your company probably had paper checks before they went electronic because it's more efficient, it's better for the environment, it's better for overhead costs, it likely integrates with your internal bank systems better and your payroll and HR department systems better. Your IT department is trying to be that thought leader, trying to be 3 steps ahead of where the organization is with the foresight to make sure that the big things don't impact the entire organization negatively. Let your IT department be the GPS, the navigators of your organization for the future. Don't let them be your rudder. You still have to steer that ship, but your IT organization needs to be involved before you make commitments to your stakeholders or to your customers for where you're going as a company. Without your IT department involved, you're likely to not hit those promises or those goals that you're setting for yourself or for your customers.